we have a full house tonight. My co-host Leslie Swirl and Miss Lasha G, y'all already know.
Hey.
Mr. Tony Bling, y'all already know. But I have with me Mr. Paul Jackson.
Yes, ma'am.
And my brother, Mr. Kevin Little here.
Well, all right.
So I'm quite sure this is going to be a hot topic. I'm very excited about today's show. And I'm also excited because for the first time, the men outnumber the women.
That is true. Wow, I didn't even notice that.
Finally. Because that took some... This is the first time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like, wait a minute, maybe I messed up. Finally, the men outnumber the women. And I really wanted that. More so for all of the shows for the month, but definitely for this show. And then we got our producer and our engineer, so we got a lot of testosterone in here today. We might gotta pull it up, but that's all right because we strong. We strong
with a C.
With a strong. Yes.
Strong.
I mean, how you pronounce it?
Strong.
There you go. So last week's topic was media, our fathers in mainstream media and their disappearing act, basically, or the minimizing of our fathers in mainstream media. And I'm not sure if we ever got the resolution was in order to really fix that, we need our own, support our own.
Pretty much.
That's basically how we sum that up. But this week we are talking about our fathers, continuing our conversation with our fathers, and the subject.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Salacious Life with Dr. Wren. It is Wednesday. So you know what that means. This is our hump day discourse. I got my man Easy in the building.
Yeah.
And he is going to help me understand some things tonight. So we're going to get started. But our main topic will come in a little bit later. You good? Yeah. All right. Engineer talking to me, All right. So we're going to get started because one of the issues I've been having this week and a lot of my clients have been coming to me with is that the dynamics of relationship interaction has changed. And that means the whole 9 yards. From meeting somebody, that interaction has changed. When we were kids, it would be like, hey, can I get your number? Yeah. Can I call you sometimes?
You sit on the phone, you have a conversation, you learn about the person.
Yeah.
Like,
now it's, she just want to smoke and fuck. Yeah. So things have really changed. And all the way up to the sexual encounter has changed. It used to be that guys was on their GQ smooth H-Town shit. And now it's not quite that way. Yeah. And I think there might be several influences that is going into that, What do you think?
I don't know. I think, like, from a male perspective, just first thinking, I think one of the influences is probably the, like a boost in the feminist movement and independent women's movement that has kind of taken the cat and mouse out of the equation, that kind of cat and mouse chase. You know what I mean? So it used to be where we would dress up for you and keep our hair cut and and all that, because we wanted to court you. You know what I'm saying?
I think courting is missing.
Yeah, courting is gone. Courting is gone because now and also, like, in that time, like, women waited for the guy to, make his moves and stuff like that. So a lot of it was on us. Now we share so much of the same responsibilities, you know.
Well, because guys don't make moves. Like, they stopped making moves, like, in the mid-90s.
Is that what happened? I don't know. I thought we always made moves.
Like,
but
a lot of guys, I mean, they would say stuff. I mean, I walk down the street, I get the guy beeping the horn, hey, yo, hey, shorty, whatever. But that would be as far as it would go.
Well, I mean, that was also during a time where rape culture was more accepted as well. So now that rape culture is not acceptable, just hollering at women is not acceptable anymore, you know. And now, like, we're kind of in a place where it's like, well, what should I do? Like, you know what I mean? Because everything else is, I'm not supposed to do it anymore. So like, what can I do? Where are my boundaries? You know, if I get in that inbox and I'm not forward, then I'm corny and boring. If I am forward, then I'm disgusting and rude and lewd.
I like the corny
So it's like, yeah, but I don't know. Like, I feel like some women don't. I don't want to say a lot. I hate to, like, generalize.
No, absolutely.
Some women don't, and so a lot of men, we have the tendency to to generalize based on our limited experiences. You know what I'm saying? So if I've dealt with, you know, a few women, I've seen a few women kind of put dudes out there for jumping in the inbox. I'm not going to jump in nobody's inbox because I don't want to be the subject of the next status. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
So I think that's part of it too. You know what I mean? It's like not wanting to offend. You know, unfortunately, there's some dudes who haven't even gotten the memo, and it's just straight up still, you know, making it bad for us. But you know, I think that's part of it. Like, it's a different time.
Right. I definitely agree with that. I also think that so last night on McLean's Couch on the station, we were talking about the gay agenda. They were talking about the gay agenda. I was participating via phone and stuff. And but they were talking about the emasculation of men. Right. And I thought about how that would affect. Do you know what I mean? Like, how that affects how women see men. Like, for instance, the first man that walks up to me in a romper and asks me for my phone number, like, I'm probably going to laugh so hard he's going to want to punch me in my face. Okay. Like, I'm probably going to fall on the ground. Yeah. I'm going to roll back and forth. Tears will come out my face. Right. Because, like, or the first guy, like, I've actually had this, and I have laughed. The guys with the tight, extra set of skin tight jeans. Yeah. Right? So they were talking about this on the show last night, and I thought about it after the show. And a lot of good points were made. They were talking about culture and the evolution of fashion, and there may not really be a gay agenda, perhaps, in this. You know, there was a lot of opinion, a lot of different sides, and they all made good points. But I thought about it for myself. And maybe just because, you know, I'm an 80s baby, I can't get with it.
Well, I mean, maybe that's just your taste. You know what I'm saying?
So.
Maybe,
I think
it's just your taste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, we've evolved on so many levels.
Like, the first time I see a man wear a shirt with the shoulders out and flowers, like he's off of The Fifth Element. You know what I'm talking about. When Chris Rock had the roses and he's walking around. Yeah. Like, to me, that's very feminine. Right. Like, and not that I try to, you know, I've always blurred those lines. Yeah. But, like, how do you see a man when he's got roses across his chest and his shoulders out?
But I mean, that's the thing, is like, today in 2017, there's so many choices of what we want, who we want to associate ourselves with, how we eat, what we dress, what we choose to listen to. You know, it's not that there really is any standard anymore. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, there was a standard. All the men dressed this way, and all the women dressed this way, and all the men did these things, and all the women did these things. The problem, I think, that we don't look at and we don't discuss when you talk about when people say, well, there's an agenda to demasculate the black man, is nobody wants to talk about. There's also been an agenda to, and this is all men, you know, to make us a little more sensitive and in touch with our sensitive side. So you can have both sides of the spectrum. You know what I mean? You can have a bunch of dudes wearing skinny jeans walking around in rompers who do not hit their women, do not cheat on their women, do not, you know, disrespect their women and all that. Or you can have the very macho masculine men who, you know, raised 2 families at one time and, you know what I'm saying, and lied, cheated, drank, and nothing was done. You know, my father told me one day, he was like, you know, one of the challenges y'all have in your generation is that you can't just smack the bitch. And and I was like, I looked at him like, which I was
He
laughing.
was with his color purple
But
shit.
he was and he was being facetious, but he was on some real shit. He was like, you know, in my day, you know, if there was no argument, you know what I mean? There was no beefing back and forth. You know, I slapped the shit out of her. I walked out the house. I went and I had me a drink, and I came back.
And the shit was
and
over.
Shit was straight. You know what I'm saying? There was no me going to jail. There was no pressing charges. There was no, you know, if she called the police, nobody would come.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we are in a totally different time in terms of gender roles. That
I think that
everybody,
women are being, I don't know what the opposite is, like forced to be more masculine.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're forced to, because like during your father's time, during my parents' time, and especially our grandparents' time, women didn't have to go out and bust our asses as much as our male counterpart did. Like,
but
we
that's
didn't
what I'm
have
saying.
to,
But when you look at, that's what I'm saying. You look at both sides of the spectrum,
Yeah.
because in those days also lesbians had to hide.
right.
You know what I mean? They had to live.
But I mean,
even if they
even-
wanted to live as couples, they had to live in secrecy. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Like, well, even during our, like, it was still taboo for me to be bisexual when I came out 15 years ago.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And not a long time, like, in high school.
Yeah.
For us.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It was still very taboo.
Yeah.
Now, it's the fun thing to do.
I don't know
It's
if
like
it-
the
and
new
I- see,
slap
I don't know
bracelet
that it's
or the new
fun-
Jordans to wear.
It's not. I don't know if it's the fun thing to do. I think that today people are just more open to exploring their options, and that's on every level. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like everything. There's so many more options to the kind of life that you want to live today. That it looks or seems like, oh, what's happening? Like, oh, all the men are wearing tighter jeans, or or everybody's gay now. But nah, like people have always been gay, and it's just today they don't have to hide, and sexuality has always been challenged on the male side. I mean, people like David Bowie, Prince, even, go back to like Little Richard and stuff like that. These flamboyant men were idolized, you know what I'm saying, for their boldness and for their individualism, you know what I'm saying. It's funny you bring it up, though, because I just came from getting pedicures with my wife and my daughter, and I like going to get pedicures
My
with my
father
daughters.
used to go. You remember how my nails used to be popping when we was in high school?
Yeah. Your father used to go with you?
My father took me
Yeah.
the first time. He
Yeah.
said, "Oh no, you can't go in there in that ballet room and your hands looking like you just work, in the field."
Yeah.
And he took me to
Yeah.
get a mani pedi, and he
Yeah.
sat there and got one too. I mean, he didn't get pink polish, but he would get them cut and buffed and.
Well, see, I got very ugly feet. So sometimes I get my toenails painted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think my daughters find it funny.
Yeah, I bet they do.
I don't wear my feet out in public, but but I'm artsy. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
we
So
can.
I'm weird sometimes. But today, the Asian lady refused to paint my nails. She said, and these are her exact words. She said, "You gay?" I said no.
My wife and my daughter.
She said, then I no do. She said, if you gay, okay, I paint your nails. But you no gay, you have wife and daughter, clear polish. I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? In her mind, it didn't make sense that I wanted to paint my toenails. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think a lot of this is American culture?
Yeah, I think
like
it's
very
American.
Specific to our country, like this evolution or
I think
exchange and dynamic.
Yeah, I think the evolution is very our country. Some of it, I think, has a European influence. You know,
yeah, I definitely think there's some European influence. They've always been a little bit ahead of us.
Open, yeah, you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of European influence in it, but I think America's always been looked at as the land of the free. So we're always gonna experiment with new shit and weird shit. People are always gonna change and be weird. See, I get a lot of mine from being. I like to spend time with the young crowd. You know what I mean? You spend time with them and you see that like a lot of shit don't matter to them.
Right. Well, on that note, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Salacious Life with Dr. Wren.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live on BeExposedRadio.com. In the building, we have live Mr. Michael Ryder. There we go. And Mr. Steve Yarn. They're doing a partnership based on, what was it again? The stories of the Vulcan Blazers. An awesome production that they have coming up. And now the name of it will be called Baltimore Heat. There we go. They were telling us a little bit about, they're in the pre-production phase of developing this Baltimore-based production. It seems like a really awesome idea, and I always love for more artistic events to come here, and because it's more of an event because you guys are going to actually use Baltimore as your complete backdrop of the city, and that's very awesome to hear.
Yeah, we want people to fall in love with this project through the visions and the tales we're going to tell about these firefighters, but also we want them to fall in love with the city of Baltimore. Just like they did with Miami Vice and Chicago Fire and NYPD Blue and
Sex and the City,
and all these other places that have the city as a star as much as the artists and the actors are.
And that's Baltimore has for many years have been the backdrops of many movies. I could think of a few Whoopi Goldberg movies, Sleepless in Seattle. A lot of these movies that have always used Baltimore as a scene. Not to mention The Wire and Homicide and countless other movies, House of Cards. All these movies and television shows have always used it, but it was never really about Baltimore. They always included Baltimore in the story or the backdrops or certain historical scenery,
things they absolutely needed to say.
But House of Cards actually shoots in Baltimore, but they're saying that it's Washington D.C. So they're shooting here and not even giving us credit for the place we're here.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live. On Be Exposed.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty when he rants about his staff.
I agree. Can you come on? I told you stop touching that button. Why is it so loud? God. Did you turn one all the way up again? Do I have to come in there? God damn her. If it was going right, I would let you do your part, but I'm sorry, but it's just not functioning the way it's supposed to be. You're live on the air. I told you mind your business.
Well, Monty, if I can comment on the Jennifer Holliday situation, I know I'm live on the air. I'm sorry, 1 second. Okay. I know I'm live on the air. This is why this whole show is called Talk Lately.
Anyway, let's get back to every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Students, when you hear the reason or reasons for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Once you've exited, remove your cap and gown and proceed into the unknown. Too tired. Family trip. Part-time job. Helping around the house. Sick day. Starting the holidays early. Just because.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we have a full house tonight. My co-host Leslie Swirl and Miss Lasha G, y'all already know.
Hey.
Tony Bling, y'all already know. But I have with me Mr. Paul Jackson.
Yes, ma'am.
And my brother, Mr. Kevin Little here.
Well, all right.
So I'm quite sure this is going to be a hot topic. I'm very excited about today's show. And I'm also excited because for the first time, the men outnumber the women.
That is true. Wow, I didn't even notice that.
Finally. Because that took some... This is the first time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like, wait a minute, maybe I messed up. Finally, the men outnumber the women. And I really wanted that.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Thank you for tuning into Salacious Life with Dr. Wren. We have a recording artist, Easy, in the building tonight. And
Jackson, yeah, the one and only.
The one and only.
Ain't that what we always supposed to say? You already know. They don't already know, but
you should already
know.
Now you know.
Now you're aware that I'm here.
Well, he's here, and he is helping me understand this.
Yeah. The change.
Oh
yeah, so that's what I was saying. I was like, one of the things that's helped me is kicking it with the young people, like really just listening to them. You know, I think as we get older, we feel like a natural urge to talk to them and talk at them. You know what I mean? But I remember when I was coming up, my older brothers, shout out Avery and Antonio. They're probably not listening, but I am shout my brothers out anyway.
Look,
that's
I can't go down the list.
I'm a rapper. That's what we do.
You do that. Shout out. Feel free.
But my brothers.
Shout out to older Jacksons.
Right. my older brothers who were probably like 13, 14 years older than me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're significantly older.
Yeah, they always wanted to know. They always, like, I don't remember them talking to me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I remember them schooling me on stuff and showing me things, but I remember them having me and my friends talk a lot. Like, they would ask us questions. You know, they wanted to know what we were listening to. You know, they hip hop heads. You know what I mean? So they always wanted to know what we was listening to, who was our favorite MC at the time. You know, they wanted to hear about what girls we liked and stuff like that. But one of the things I noticed about my generation, what's up, fam? What's going on?
I got the whole crew tonight. Yeah. Hey, everybody.
One of the things I feel like with our generation is we don't listen to them. We don't take the time to try to understand them. We just look at them and go, "Oh, what y'all doing? Y'all, we, you know what I mean? We are the annoying adults that we used to hate. Now that's us.
And then there's two new generations behind us.
And now there's that divide. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I like to listen to them. You know what I mean? I like to hear the young. I like to, especially in rap. You know what I mean? I like to like hear from the young guys. You know what I'm saying? Like where their minds at, and that way it helps me kind of understand the world I'm living in now. And I don't become like this, you know, this kind of like stuck in this 90s box looking at everything like, what's going on in the world today? Like, you know
but that's where I'm at.
Right, yeah. You know, like, you got to get out of that place.
I feel like art, music, damn near the water we drink is affecting everything we do.
It always has. It always has. It's just we're adults now. So now we see it's a thing to
I'm tired of
take note
adulting. That's it.
Yeah, right.
I'm tired of adulting.
It's a thing to take note of. Whereas like when we was younger, we didn't care. You know what I mean? It was like, oh my God. Yeah, you know what I mean? It was
we weren't forced to care.
Yeah,
like I think everybody in this room, we got kids. Like
yeah,
we,
like my uncle Daryl, he was Nation of Islam, right?
Right.
Daryl would talk our head off about Islam and Minister Farrakhan, you know what I mean? Right. And I used to be like, yo, this nigga is blowing my high right now, you know what I mean? And so I catch myself when I'm becoming that adult, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
I have become that adult.
Yeah.
I'm definitely that adult.
A lot of us have, you know what I mean? A lot of us have. But I'm telling you, when you listen to them, man, you really get a chance to get some jewels, especially when they get comfortable and they honest with you. You know what I mean? Like, you really get to get some jewels about the kind of the world they live in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they weren't raised like us. So we can't put the same standards on them as us. You know what I mean?
True.
Like,
in real life, we raised them.
We raised them. You know what I mean? But we raised them in a world that was changing. My daughters don't know a world without a black president before Donald Trump became president.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. And like our parents, grandparents, couldn't imagine that they would live in a world with a black.
we had subscribed to the fact that it would never happen. He would be murdered on the first day.
we were ready for. We were just happy that he won.
Right.
We were already.
He was going to die on the
first day. We thought it was over.
Right.
He took that inauguration. You know that big old thing.
That big stage. I was like, that's it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's happening. Where's the sniper?
I was like, he's behind the Washington.
Right. I'm convinced that 85% of black people who showed up to the inauguration showed up to have Obama's back.
Right.
It was just like wishing
somebody
would try some shit. I know I was looking around, and anybody suspicious person, they was gonna get it.
Look, it was freezing cold that day, and I was freezing.
I had on like 4 layers.
Me too. I had on like 4 coats. The North Face was on. I had on the Under Armour bodysuit, and I was ready to take a bullet for that nigga.
Yep. 85% of black people that was dead was ready to take one for Barack.
Black people ain't stick together till we had a black president.
Right.
So now what's happening? Now he's gone and we what?
Went back to the same old BS. People, like, in my opinion, with the generational change, it's like the kids of today had way more access and way less restrictions. I know that's like kind of the same thing.
No, but I get it.
It is.
I get it.
I mean, you think about
access,
it's nothing.
Less restrictions.
Yeah, it's nothing to type Pornhub in the search engine.
No, how about we even go past that? It's nothing to find each other.
Oh yeah, and send each other
and
news.
Send each other
news. My point came from magazines. Like
right, you had to go get it.
I had to go find
you had to go find it. Or like the old
on Meet though.
On Meet. You had to use your imagination of what was being said.
Whatever blur you got, that's what you got.
Right.
That little 5 seconds where everything is clear.
Everything else was our imagination. You know what I mean? Now, like, we live in a world where you don't.
Now we live in a world
you don't have. They tell you what to think.
The imagination is given to you.
The imagination is gone. They're telling. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story. So I took my son on a field trip, right, to the Walters, right. You know that's one of my favorite places on earth. I love the Walters. So we're walking through the Walters, and they assign us a guide. So I'm walking with this old woman, right. Oh. Well, before I go that, we got to go on a break. But we're going to go back to the Walters when we get back. All right.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty about Jennifer Holliday.
Anyway, let's get back to...
Yeah, well, what I wanted to say is that I can understand 100% where Jennifer Holliday is coming from, and that's sort of kind of where my 20% came from. When I basically came out and said who I voted for, I received a lot of backlash. Even on my own talk show, which comes on every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m., I was called a coon. Okay, yeah. Shout out for the plug. But yeah, someone actually, they told CJ Bernie that I was a coon, and that really hurt me. I've been called everything from a fat whatever and everything, but someone actually commented on his Facebook
I didn't even say that. That's kind of
called me a coon, but it's
coon.
like I like you. It's crazy because I just feel like someone like Jennifer Holliday. I understand why she stepped down, but I'm kind of upset with her because I think she still should have performed. If you're gonna jump out there, then stand in your truth. Don't let no one stop you or change your mind about anything. And listen, no one put a gun to her head and made her sign on for that. But it just seems like, she was basically, she was bullied.
But see, the thing about it is they will put a gun to her head to not do it.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what the threat says. You gotta say, it's why it's called a threat. You don't know the hypotheticals in there that could happen to you.
Why do you think
she's not a well-known singer, so she's not going around with security. Since she goes to get her tracks at the mall,
right?
Pow!
Right, but at the same time,
we got a whole bunch of dead cats.
Yeah, but like what she said in the footage, today on The View was basically it's not white people who was threatening her. It was us who was threatening her.
Right. Where do you think she live? I think she live in Atlanta.
Exactly.
They gonna get her at the Ku Klux Klan mall and drag her by her hair. Her hair made a cat. She got the new weave.
I don't have Jennifer Holliday money, honey.
Yeah,
I don't know what it might be because it's. I don't got Jennifer Holliday money, but me personally, I feel as though like I said, once I kind of came out, and even being on this show, because I'm pretty sure the headline says Trump supporter, I'm putting a lot of myself out there. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And you see this.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey guys, we're back. So, I got Jay Sully in the building, I got MasterMind in the building, I got Easy in the building. A woman can't get better. Tell him, Sully, you have to come sit with me.
I wanted to be out the scene. I don't like being in the mix. This is a crash. When you crash,
he crashed the party. We were having a party, so So I got all my my favorite my favorite local hip hop artists with me tonight. So I'm feeling extra special. I'm a little starstruck. I've known you guys for like ever. And it's amazing to watch like your careers grow and you guys become these men that I know today. So back to where were we at? The museum.
Yeah, the museum, Walters.
We were at the Walters. Okay, so I take my son to the Walters, right? Walters Art Museum. We get this guy, this old woman. She looking all like the crypt keeper, looking like remember Barbara Bush kind of looked like a bird.
I think I know the lady you tell me.
Right. So she's guiding us around, and she's going on to tell people what to think. Like, this painting is by so-and-so, and this is what he was painting. And I got a bunch of 7- and 8-year-olds. And I looked at it. So after she did this 3 times, right, I looked at it and I said, stop telling the kids what to think. I said, as an artist, I'm surrounded by artists. When we do things, we're not telling people what to think. We're expressing ourselves and hoping that they have an emotional reaction to it, right? So I said, stop telling these kids what to think. I said, instead, ask them what they see. So I started asking the kids, tell me a story. What's happening? What's happening? Kids came up with some, amazing things. This one picture, it was just a square, with some people in it. And there were some soldiers in the background. The kids were like, oh, there's a dragon getting ready to drop down out of the clouds. You see how the clouds are dark and the soldiers are prepared to protect the village. And I feel like media, music, art, everything, we're being told how to feel. Which instead of taking, so in turn, we're being told how to court. We're being told how to fuck. We're being told how to be in a relationship with people. And then we can't figure out why our relationships aren't working out. While we're always feeling not satisfied and we're looking outside for extra shit.
That's because everybody's greedy nowadays, too.
it's never enough.
Our society, when the millennium hit, American society got super greedy. When Y2K didn't happen, when all of the planes stayed in the air, and all those lights stayed on, everybody went greedy right after.
Buck wild.
Because if you think about it, a lot of the stuff, you know what I mean? Granted, technology has changed, and you know, the world has changed. You know, rises in power, falls in power, all of those things shift the climate of the world we live in. We all understand that.
True.
But there has been a displacement amongst us and a dehumanization of the American populace. What a world. But I'm just speaking on the American populace right now. You know what I mean? Remember at one point in time, they would never, ever, ever show a shootout on the news. Right. They would just tell you it happened and show you some off-brand part of the scene. You know what I mean? Where you might take a few lights flashing, a few officers or people standing around, maybe crying or whatever. But you would never see them actually showing shots being fired. And now on the news, you can real life watch somebody get their brains blown out.
Absolutely.
And you don't even have to.
In the afternoon.
You don't even have to turn on the news.
The digital world is taking precedence and influence.
Open up your open up your front door.
Yeah.
You know
and you can watch. I mean, it's so
desensitized.
tangible.
Yeah, because
like
it's a digital society now.
We
It's a
have got
digital society.
desensitized. Violence.
It's like even if
violence, sex, and indecency in general has been like freaking.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, now granted, I do have a radio show called Salacious Life, and I'm an incredibly improper woman. So it works for me. But mind you, I'm keeping my show late.
Look, this is the thing. Your show comes on late. Your show is geared towards adults, right?
Absolutely.
And you're on the radio. You know what I'm saying? So, like, those three things, that's kind of like, I'm not saying freedom of speech is not where I have my problem. My problem is when there's no boundaries. Yeah. All of the boundaries are gone.
But I think we got to stop looking at it as a problem and instead something to adjust to and deal with, because the boundaries have always expanded. You know what I mean? Even in our age group, we were doing shit that our parents never would have thought.
You could never see a butt shaking in a music video
ever
until
on
our
TV.
generation.
Right, in our generation, we had BT
Luke
after
brought
dark.
it
I still laugh. My mother, she was up watching BT one night, right? And she caught this one video, yo, and we still laugh about it, yo, like. Because the way she was so mad talking about this video. She's like, this nasty-ass video came on last night, and this girl on there talking about something. I ain't got no panties on. Don't got no panties on. I ain't got no panties on the dance floor. What the fuck? Yo, and we was dying laughing, yo. And we just kept going, Ma, what'd she say? How the song go? You know what I'm saying? And so I got to think about that when I'm dealing with my children now, understanding that they're coming up in a time where, you know, like you said, there are no boundaries. And so instead of looking at it as like a problem, looking at it as just simply the reality that we have to address. You know what I mean?
It's still a problem.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a problem.
I'm gonna say it's a problem when it's a problem when the parents lose control of it.
Right.
There you go.
When you let go of that leash,
or the child themselves,
or the child themselves. Yeah.
Take like, all right,
school will, you know, school and social interactions, all of those things will change the dynamic of your child.
Yeah. So we were artists, right?
We were artists, right? We went to art school.
We were free. We got to explore our personalities, our sexualities. Our relationships. We got to be ourselves
without judgment.
I was in theater program, so we even got to like curse in class and stuff like that.
We didn't get to talk. I was a dance major.
Right? Yeah. You say nothing.
I just had to look
just
beautiful.
Dance and keep your toes straight.
Keep them toes straight.
and don't get fat.
Don't get fat.
Do not get fat.
Now they kind of.
But you know, I mean, there was this. We had kind of a freedom to explore who we were, right?
Right.
But look at people who didn't have that opportunity as teenagers. And you have a lot of adults right now who have no idea who they are sexually. Right. You know what I mean? They have no idea who they are sexually because they've been raised in an environment that did not allow them to explore who they were. You know what I'm saying? So, so you may very well be a homosexual or bisexual, but you're struggling with all of these relationships because you have never taken it upon yourself to really find out what you are, what you like, who you are. So you have all of this hostility around, you know, these gender roles.
Right.
Because,
no, absolutely.
Because so
like
many
the first time I brought a girl home, I was 14 years old.
Right. So
most people couldn't do that.
At 14, right? You got to address that at 14.
I mean, my mother had a heart attack. My dad gave me a high five.
Right.
But
where some women didn't have their first gay experience until they were in their 20s. I tell you how, since we Salacious Life, this is an adult show, since we go keep
Let's
it real,
go there.
I tell you how I knew I wasn't gay.
Let's hear the story from Easy about how he knew the moment he knew he wasn't
gay. I wasn't gay when I was in a situation, you know, me and girl I'm dealing with or whatever at the time, her homegirl and the guy she dealing with, you know, we fucking in the same room, right? Then they start doing shit with each other. The girls.
The girls. Yeah, I figured as much. All right.
So I am in a place where I am understanding that there is no need for us to communicate.
You and the man.
Me and the guy.
That's how it's supposed to
There's no reason for us to communicate.
Your attention span shouldn't even be communicating.
No. This is when.
You ain't gotta make eye contact.
This is where. This is.
know he's there.
Right. This is This is when homie decides to be more social with me, and I couldn't keep it up. He kept saying shit, and I was just like, yo, shut the fuck up. And then at one point he's like watching them. He's watching them, and he turns to me and he says, "Put your dick in her mouth." I was like, you know what? All right, I'm done.
Now he turns into a coach.
I walk out the room. Shorty came behind me. She was like, "What's going on?" I said, "I can't."
With him in the room, he's talking.
It's not. I can't.
He's worried about me.
Yeah. He's talking to me way too much. On top of everything, he's clearly a jail nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you nervous about that?
I'm really extra uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some authority when he says like, "Put your dick in him." No, yo, I'm not doing that. Yo, like, no, I'm not doing this for you. Like, that was a moment where.
Sounded like you wanted. For him.
That was that was a moment.
His own real life porno.
Michael Jackson right there.
That was a moment where I knew, you know what I'm saying, that I don't have an issue with that. But I was also, I came up in an environment where I never really felt, if it was something that I was into, I never really felt like I would be. No, I'm lying. There was a certain point where I felt like I would be ostracized, but I never really felt like there wasn't a circle of people that I could be around and be that if that was me. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. I know that I'm not the average. Most of us, as black men, we've been raised in a, if you hang with that nigga, that means you gay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you talk to him, then you gay too.
Most of our friends were homosexual.
Yeah, nah, like
not most, but we were like a clan.
But the people that went to that school, all other outside schools in the city knew exactly who went to that school, regardless if you were gay or not, because you kind of fit a visual profile of who associates with that school.
In my neighborhood, I was the example when people said, only gay people go to the school for the arts. You know what I'm saying?
And then they be like,
nah, that's not true.
Easy go to school for the arts.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it never was like.
I never heard that.
Yeah.
What?
You didn't? No, as soon as niggas found out I got accepted, that was.
Yeah.
You going to the gay school? You going to school with all the faggots?
They said to me, somebody gonna turn you out. That was the first thing they said.
And then actually, I was surprised when I got there to find that there weren't that many.
There weren't that many.
At that time when I was going there, the gay boys were the minority.
Was the minority.
Like there were a lot of us that were very masculine, very straight and all.
Oh,
that.
I know.
But that was the rumor on the streets. It was like, you go to the faggy school. It was like, yo.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
No, it was plenty of great ones. You know, there's plenty of wonderful.
But that's crazy.
But yeah, my point was just that you got a lot of people who have not been able to explore who they are individually. And then, so it's very easy and convenient for them to look at a standard. Yeah. So that's why you have people posting stupid statuses like, well, if your man was this, that, whatever, or if your man did this, that, and that, what would you do? Who gives a fuck? Every person is different. Every person, every relationship is different. So if your man does X, Y, Z, or your woman does X, Y, Z, it's up to you and how you choose to handle it, how y'all choose to deal with it. That's important. But we've opened this arena to collectively set standards on relationships, and that's why this shit don't work.
The change of the times and the vehicles definitely usher in the routine or the habitual point of view. Like I said, we were saying that the influence of digital, the digital world nowadays. The influence of the digital world in that said category is like, okay, it makes easier for placement based on how people view it and how people see it. So it's like, okay, if I identify with all these people that do this or say this on social media, then now it's cool for me to feel like I feel. And even more than that, not that many people, I gotta keep it removed from the public.
But it also takes something off of my list of things to do. I now don't have to think. I now don't have to decide for myself, and I can move on because I'm this type of person. I'm with them. This is how I feel. Right. Until somebody else comes and smack me in the face with a different perspective, I'm gonna just roll with that, and I'm gonna move over here and work and do this.
Why is this okay? Like I've never been able to walk somebody else's line, like ever. Like even when I was at Baltimore School for the Arts, I still couldn't walk somebody else's line.
Because Easy said it. It's easy to identify with what's identifiable. And, you know what if you go against the grain of what the norm is, then what's definitely a fact is everybody that's in one lane is not going to easily identify with you. Thus, they're gonna close you out or build a wall up against you, and then
be dissension in the ranks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But the digital, you know what else too? That got the whole relationship things all tatted and scattered, yo. The digital part of it, because there is no more. I'm gonna go out. Me and my boys, like me, you, and Jay, we get ready to go out. Yeah. Right. We get ready to go see this chick. I'll be back, my G. Let me go see if she got some friends. That's dead. People
don't do that anymore.
No, you will see everybody in the club like this. On their phone. And I be like, yo,
they don't. Nowadays they go to the club and they go to the social settings for social media. Yes. They don't go for the social interaction anymore.
They don't go for the interaction. They go to take pictures.
Wow. I was there. Look at me. We was here.
Right. All right. Yep. I'm getting ready to take a break, so y'all get a swallow or whatever, and we'll be right back.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that. Cool! That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Are you thinking about getting your GED diploma? Well, here at the GED Pep Talk Center, we've got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Sometimes things don't always turn out the way you want them to.
You know that feeling? People look at you and don't believe in you.
You want some gentle encouragement. Then you're on your way to your GED diploma and a better life.
But I know they're probably just a little bit nervous. You can find it in yourself to take that first step.
You can improve your future. You can do this. I know you can.
You need to start pushing yourself.
Now get your game face on and take the first step towards a better life. Hurry up! Don't make me repeat myself.
Whatever level of motivation you need to get your GED diploma, we've got a pep talk that's right for you. Call 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or visit yourged.org for your pep talk and find free GED classes in your area. GED is a registered trademark of the American Council on Education. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
How did you know that this is what you wanted to do as far as being a singer or entertainer?
It's always been in me. It's always been a part of who I am since a child. Since a child, I've always gotten karaoke boxes, and I've always learned this song and solos in school and all of those things. And I met my Reflections actually in high school, and we were singing and we were singing back then, choral music.
Douglas High School.
Yes, quack, come on through here. So
2 G's in a day pass.
Okay, 2 G's in a bus pass, baby. It used to be, of course. It was destined. I feel like it was destined. My whole family sings. Everyone in my circle sings. It's like I just couldn't get away from it. I'm always gonna sing.
Where did your personality come from? Are you always this crazy?
Yes.
Yes. Crazy. Right?
I woke up like this.
Okay.
And went to sleep like it too.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on Be Exposed.
I got drunk one night. This is the night that I put my head through the window and everything.
Why would you do that?
Now, I was sitting on the floor.
All these stories always involve alcohol.
They do. I was sitting on the floor, and my drink of choice back then was vodka and orange juice. It's still my drink of choice, but I don't drink it as much.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Alright, everybody, we're back. I am in the house with Easy Jackson and MasterMind, and we are talking courting, which was not exactly what I expected to talk about, but I'm glad I am.
Well,
I got my boys
you started.
with me.
It's part of it. You talked about relationships, right? And
Absolutely.
the changing of relationships, and it came up that
Because I'm confused,
we court
and
people
I'm not
differently.
a person who will
We
not
don't court.
reach out.
It's not.
We don't
It's not
court.
courting.
So the reason why I wanted my closest friends with me is because, and my male friends, is because, honestly speaking, especially men of the industry, do you believe music is affecting the way people are interacting with each other?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I think it's both affecting and reflecting. You know what I'm saying?
Great.
I think
That's
it's it's an effect, but it's also a reflection. I
Like,
mean, music
I think
is
about
always
songs like, she just want to smoke and fuck. I think about songs that say stuff like, sex with me is amazing.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, but that goes back to what I was saying earlier, is that the shift in feminism and female empowerment and girl power and all of that, it changed a lot of the dynamics of everything. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but even
independent women,
was
it changed
talking
it.
to men even back in the day, because Salt and Pepper even.
Yeah, but they weren't. They
wanted a man.
They were an exception.
They wanted
Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper still, at the end of the day, wanted a man to come and be the man.
Yeah.
They were very specific
They
about
were very
what
specific
made a
about
man.
that.
Yeah,
But
it was just they were more sexually, you know what I mean, open and aware. I'm about to say Madonna. Madonna was the same way. You know what I mean? Like there was Madonna, there was, and then before her, there was Grace Jones, and you know what I mean, all these women who. But now it's a norm almost, and the feminine homemaker woman who wants to have kids is almost shunned, and you know what I'm saying, it's shunned. Like it's
what you mean? You just want to be a housewife? Like,
I know for a fact that in both of my marriages, their single women friends totally disappeared from them. It was almost like they died once they got married and got pregnant. You know what I'm saying? It was like they weren't, some of them were around for the baby shower.
Yes,
and then it was like it was literally like they disappeared. You know what I'm saying? There was this moment where you with your girlfriend and her homegirls, and she got homegirls. You know what I'm saying? And then she got married.
We're the one
and she
with
got
the children,
pregnant.
and they don't have.
And then there was well, you like, when the last time you talked to so and so with the fat butt? It's like, well, I ain't heard from her in years. You know what I mean?
But you know, when you get into a commitment like that, whether it be having a child or getting married, the dynamic of your friendships change.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we have those friends that are our immature friends. The friends that we know that when we need to talk about some grown-up stuff, the real grown-up stuff.
They're not the ones.
That's not the ones. You know what I mean? We have those friends where it's like, yo, I'm trying to go get drunk. I'm trying to go get high. I'm trying to go party.
Right.
I'm trying to go find somebody to
they
screw.
there for all that. Yeah.
That's the ones you call.
Yeah.
And, you know, some people don't realize that that's all the friends that they have are those immature friends.
Yeah.
Until they get put in a mature situation,
Yeah.
and then the immature friends tend to trickle off. One, because they don't want to interfere in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Two, because sometimes they don't know how to be a married person's friend.
Yeah.
Because
that's a good point.
Because, you know,
it is a difference.
There is a difference. Because I have friends that are married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you have married friends, depending on what kind of relationship they have, there are certain things that you cannot no longer bring to the table to your married friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a homeboy, he's married. Him and his wife are deeply in love, but his wife is extremely, like, scared, kind of, whatever. Like, you know, I can't show him a picture of a pretty girl and it go over well with her.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
regardless whether it could be Rihanna.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a person that we have no access to.
Yeah.
But it's still like, why would you come in here showing my husband a fat butt?
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because now that he's married, he's blind, so he doesn't see.
That's how some people.
That's how some people think. Like you're not supposed to see anybody else as attractive.
Right.
Now that we're together,
See,
like I'm yours and you mine, and that's it. You know, if I get fat, you know, gray hairs on my balls, all that shit. Like this better be the sexiest shit you ever seen in your life.
Right.
We should talk about because
we talked about grooming.
Because like, shaving your balls is a good idea.
Yes, it is. It's a great idea.
I have this conversation with my male friends all the time.
It really
especially
is a great idea.
In the summertime.
Smooth as eggs.
And especially in the summertime, and especially if you like getting hit.
Because don't nobody want to floss.
And it's nothing. It's nothing to slide on down to them balls if it's shaved. So all you fellas out there that like keeping the afro on your balls, you're losing.
You're losing out.
You're losing in the bedroom.
There's no head. There's no balls. There's no gooch.
No.
I'm not going there.
They don't want to deal
Keep
with
it
that.
clean.
You and this gooch. That's your spot. I'm starting to realize that might be your zone.
Look, when y'all be puppying, y'all figure out it's y'all spot too.
Oh no, I've had that confirmation that the gooch is not where I need you to be because all my gangsters gone.
What's the gooch? You gotta tell about
We'll
the
go
tank.
into
the tank.
Oh yeah, no.
We'll go into that after the break. We gotta get ready.
I'm ticklish.
Yeah, exactly. My man.
Not taking responsibility for other people's emotions and things that's going on, and owning up to who you are. I know that's what you were finishing on. So you can speak more on that, sister.
Yeah, just making sure, because at the end of the day, what happens to us, especially women, we're nurturers. So by life, you know, we tend to want to, I call men projects, like fix-me-uppers, people that come with issues. And for some reason, I mean, people, we all have issues, but people who, like, want you to help them through their issues, you know? So we take on projects because we get to the point to where we're like, okay, I just want to have somebody as opposed to the quality of the person that you're getting. And then we start to own all of their issues, and we start to feel bad because things are not progressing the way that we want it to, you know, and that's not fair to us. So we can't own somebody else's stuff. If somebody's not ready when you meet them, that's not your fault. That's theirs. It's their loss. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, what's up? It's the man you all know and love, E. Digger, the host of the Charm City Direct Radio Show. Make sure you catch me and my crew every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Do yourself a favor and listen to this hilarious flashback on Charm City Direct Radio Show.
You know me. I eat like this all the time. Do I gain any weight? No, at all.
You can have my belly right now. I'm giving away body parts. Somebody said they need a butt. Somebody said they
I
need
can use a little extra tissue there.
I can pop it right now.
He out here giving out butt cheek donations.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, the magical glow getter herself, Anissa Maureen, co-host of the Charm City Direct Radio Show. Catch me and the rest of my team every Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
MasterMind in the house, where we are talking everything from courting to relationships to how media and music is affecting.
You got a caller.
I have a caller. Oh, I should have a caller. I don't have a caller, so call 410-702-5657. Again, 410-702-5657.
For the slow people, 702-5657.
Feel free to call in and chime in. So where were we at? We were with...
I want to go back to the courting thing.
To the courting, right.
In the digital age, there is no courting. Like if there is...
Courting is going to somebody's inbox and saying, hey, sexy, how you feeling?
That is not my definition of courting.
Like, you should see my inbox.
I can imagine. Because I'm a dude, and I've gotten some weird ones.
So a friend of mine today sent me, like, screenshots of an inbox that he got from another dude. Dude was like, you know, hey, how you doing? He was like, I'm fine. Can I help you with something? You know, this guy is a professional, so he figured the guy was inboxing him on a
business aspect.
On a business aspect, right? And he says, how old are you? And he was like, what do you mean, how old am I? He was like, well, I'm 30. How old are you? And he was like, well, if you're trying to, you know, build something with me, you know, I'm not interested, but thank you, you know, for reaching out. I mean, I read this, right? He was really polite about it. He was like, you know, I got a girl, I'm good, but, you know, thanks for reaching out. I appreciate you find me attractive or what have you.
This was another woman?
This was a man. It's a dude talking to a dude.
All right.
So, so he says, well, what your girl can do that I can't do?
Are you serious?
Have a baby. That's what you say. In all caps with 9 exclamation points.
But my thing is this. So, like, I get inboxes from all kinds of people. Girls, guys, people who haven't decided if they're girls or guys. Like, I get inboxes from everybody. And every so often, just for shits and giggles, I go through my inbox. The other morning, I went through my inbox, though. That was not what I should have did. Because I had the dumbest, smallest dick pic I had ever seen in my entire life.
Why is this a thing? Like,
why? That is true.
I don't understand
Me personally,
this
that's
shit.
like showing a gun and not shooting somebody.
Yeah.
That's my philosophy on it.
To me, it's like showing a gun and not having bullets in it.
I really do not understand why.
The dick pic.
Why this is a thing?
Like tell
why
me,
are
why
you
would you send
voluntarily send? Now, I send dick pics, not unsolicited. It's we've already established. You know
You've
what I'm saying?
already seen it.
You've seen
I'm
it.
just
We've
showing
done
you.
it.
I'm giving you a.
You get
For
the
you,
dick pic.
it's foreplay.
Right.
There's
Exactly.
It's sex.
But not
It's
having,
foreplay.
I don't understand what this thing is that I'm hearing that like. Not having any prior indication
I didn't even
that
know
it's
this person.
okay to send your dick. And then why are you grown and not know that you got a little dick?
Look, you should know you have a little dick if you're holding your dick with 2 fingers. If
Baby.
you can't hold it with your hand, like most men do, when it's hard, y'all hold it with your whole hand and y'all do the lean back. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I was great.
It was 2 fingers.
Not the dick.
And it wasn't 2 fingers like out here with the arm stretched. It was 2 fingers like
tucked in, like he about to roll a strike.
Like, I mean, I just don't understand. Like, you can't watch. You can never have seen a porn before, or you definitely never. And no homo, no that, but just reality. You definitely never been to jail, never been in the military.
Never been to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Never been on a sports team.
Never been on a sports team. You clear either that or you're just fucking delusional. Because up until I was 18, I thought I did have a little dick, and I used to actually like not fuck in the light at all. Like it was like lights had to be off before the dick came out. Because I thought I had a little dick.
That's something I hear a lot with black.
Because I thought I had a little dick, and then I went to boot camp. And
changed my whole.
I saw the littlest dick. I saw the littlest dick I ever saw in my life on one of the biggest men I've ever seen in my life. And I was, to this day, I will never forget the shock and awe that was on my face that I had to check, because I was like, yo, there's no way my shit is anywhere near that.
My G, this is the craziest thing ever, and somebody else had to bring it up to me. Like, me and a young lady was having a conversation, and I was like, I don't think I have a big dick, like, I think it's not small, but it's not.
But dick size is relative to the girl.
Also.
It has a lot to do with her. Because what might be big to me may not be big to somebody else.
Right.
Because
And
you've seen them women who actually put eggplants in there.
Yeah. And I've also had, I've had women not call me back because it hurt.
It hurt.
You know what I mean? It was like, and we're honest about it. Like I can't deal with it. And so but I feel like it's like who are these brothers that are sending these? What'd you say?
She said she gauged based on her mouth. That's it.
There you go.
Can I get a gunshot? Can I get a gunshot? I want to hear it. That's
you missed it.
I heard him. But nah, and you know what somebody told me? A girl told me this. She was like, "What makes you think you got a little dingling?" I was like, "I don't know. I look at it. I seen it every day of my whole life.
Right.
I have nothing to compare it to but objects.
But your balls.
You know what I mean? But objects.
You know what I mean?
Like things.
The ruler,
the remote, a ruler. You know what I mean? So on and so forth. The phones, the
if you got a
zucchinis
Comcast remote and you compare, you can ride with it.
Yeah.
you all right. I'm just saying.
If you get past the little small part down bottom, the little play fast forward part.
If you could put it on your remote and not see the buttons, you was a bad mother.
Yo, you need
to go. You need to go into this.
But
just stop working your job. Move that lane right now.
Only person I've ever compared myself to were people in pornos, and then she said,
they're
"Stop."
amazing.
But
like they're superhuman, weird ass.
No, but what it is,
the camera adds, but also the camera adds weight to everything.
And
not that much
and
camera.
not even they use special lenses in pornos on purpose for that reason, to make butts look rounder and penises look bigger. But that's besides the point.
The point is, why do you know that?
Because I've
just messing
done
with
music.
I'm just messing.
I have.
Nice.
I produce tracks that's in pornos. So
yeah, there have been a couple times where I've been watching the porn and been like, yo, that beat is crazy.
Right? It's probably mine.
Let me find out MasterMind beats.
To be completed, I cannot sell a beat to somebody in Baltimore City to rap on, but I can call my man Wayne up. I got some tracks. He's like, yo, send them over. Let me hear them. And next thing I know, I got beats and all that ass number 17,
and
number 12, number 6, number 6, number 7.
So, Steve on Facebook, he says, I want to know what kind of woman is responsive to that. Niggas can't be doing that for no reason.
Oh, sending the dick pics?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Somebody told somebody that it was a good idea at some point somewhere. I just got to find out who, when, and why.
So I could throw something.
Right. Because, it's not a good... It's some clown-ass shit.
In the square.
Cause, in my personal opinion, call it whatever you want, sending a girl an unsolicited dick pic is the equivalent to, rape,
To me.
It's sexual harassment.
It's sexual harassment.
It's definitely sexual harassment.
At the very minimum.
At the minimum, it's sexual harassment.
You know what I mean? It's like, damn.
If you showed me your dick unsolicited in person, you might get cut. So I'm just saying. So why would you send it through me digitally?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I just think that's wild to just send
wild.
a complete stranger who you don't know.
But why aren't there? My question is, why aren't there women sending unsolicited pussy pics?
Why aren't they?
Why aren't they
it's
doing
just that the vaginas be looking like sandwiches. So you might think it's an Arby's commercial when actually she just sent you
a sideways shot.
Most pussies look like the Predator. You should not be getting them confused.
No.
I really like the way pussies look.
I do not enjoy.
I think it's beautiful.
Pictures.
I think it's amazing. I think they're
get
beautiful.
your baby.
Only time I don't like vagina pictures is when they are of like diseases. I don't know. I've never seen a vagina that I didn't like. I'm for real. Even like I'm not into like big girl. I'm not into like real big girls.
Roast beef curtains.
I've seen some shots.
Said that.
Roast beef curtains. I love roast beef. That's what I'm saying. Like, you cannot convince me that a pussy is not pretty. I'm sorry. There's something in me that's
I don't care how pretty it is. I do
man.
not. You know what I don't like? I don't like the spread pictures. That shit grosses me out.
Really?
Yes, yeah.
I like the spread pictures.
Like
when they spread it open.
When they spread it open and shit. I
don't like actually spread it open?
Yes, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that.
I love that shit, man.
I don't.
I love all of it. I love every part of it.
You rather just be... I think you like the mystery in it all.
Yes.
Like, so, you know, that's what I'm getting from this. That he like...
Me personally...
Like when their legs
I like them when they got the bras on. And the boy shorts more than I would rather see him in a bra and boy shorts than butt naked.
Really?
Sometimes.
Because I'm always like
in a picture.
Because I'm always like with the lingerie thing. I'm always like I don't
see the point.
I think lingerie is so hot, yo.
See, I think it's hot too. I think it's cool.
I've dated both.
I just don't find it necessary. Like for me, it's cool. It looks great, but right now it's in my way. Like, get it off. Like that's
imperfect.
You know what I mean? Like it's in my way. But yeah, in the picture,
you know,
yes, it's dope.
Usually we're trying to get your attention.
Yeah.
Now once we have your attention, it can come off.
Yeah.
But we're trying to get your attention.
Just pull it to the side a little bit.
See, it don't
and
take.
See, he likes it on. He likes the idea of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is hot to me. I
feel
that's
you.
just my thing.
I feel you.
Like, I mean, to each his own. Yeah, absolutely.
I just like to get to the business.
I mean, the business is
like, you know what I mean? I'm the type that'll tell you in the sub shop. No, you ain't even got to wrap it up. Just go ahead and hand it to me. I'm about to eat it. I'm about to eat it now. I'm about to eat it right now.
See, I'm on one. It depends, though. Like
but yeah, sometimes you want it presented to you in a.
No, because it's all on the. For me, it's all on the woman. You know what I mean? Because like my ex, everything she wore turned me on. Everything. From jeans to sweatpants to the little dresses to the little nighty shit. All that shit turned me on.
Right. But then,
get your baby. You know what I mean? But then I had the previous where it was like, man, if you don't take that dumbass shit off.
It was her. You were mentally stimulated by her. It didn't matter what she had on.
Yeah.
You were mentally stimulated by her.
And I think all this comes, I think, to...
I feel like I'm losing sapiosexual male. Like, I feel like I'm losing that man. Like, I'm an intellectual. Y'all know I'm a nerd all day.
Yeah. A smart girl.
That's the only...
Sexy.
That's my first attack. I'm mental. So, I'm going to want to have a conversation with you. It might be the dirtiest, nastiest, greasiest, delectable. It's like that cheesesteak that they just double deep fried type conversation.
Yeah.
But let me
from Mama Lucia's.
But it'll be real.
But yeah, it'll
you
be
know
real.
what I mean? It'll be real. Like somebody's brain would be ready to explode. Like you'd be crawling through my door. You so turned on by the time you get to me.
Oh,
really?
I'm just saying.
You gotta put the suspense music on.
Let's go, Dr. Wren.
I'm just saying. Look, ladies,
but you
men want a man that will send you the nastiest. A woman. I'm sorry, you're right. Men want a woman. Women want a man. Men want a woman who can turn them on both mentally and physically, and be grammatically correct while they're doing it.
Yes. That
Intelligence is
I am a
internal.
writer, and I'm very
like-
turned off
yeah, like
by bad grammar.
Oh my God, me
Bad
too.
grammar will
Look,
my
phonetic speaking and bad grammar are two different things.
yeah.
I don't like bad grammar, but I will accept phonetic speaking.
I will definitely
I would,
accept
yeah.
it. Oh yeah,
But I mean,
totally.
bad grammar, like
Yeah.
when you use the wrong.
Like I have to read it twice to fully understand what the
you're
fuck
trying to
you
say.
saying to
No.
me.
You
Like
didn't-
that's
you didn't
when
try it.
And
no,
for
no,
those
no.
that don't know, phonetically is when you say when you spell words how they sound.
Yeah, just in case
Yeah,
you missed
yeah.
that. See, they don't teach
That's cool.
phonetics in school
That's
anymore.
cool
They teach
because
these
that's
chicks
also,
how to
but that
sight
also,
read.
but that also ties into colloquialism too. You know what I mean?
But
Like,
even local colloquialisms, like I've lived here, I've lived in New York, I lived in Philadelphia, I lived in North Carolina. I've lived across seas. Like I get it. There's always going to be a local colloquialism.
Yeah.
I can get past that.
Yeah, that's fine.
But the bad
But don't be like, you is so cute.
No, you know what I hate?
Is
Two.
so cute.
I hate two.
Two.
Yes.
Oh yeah, when they
Oh,
used the
T-O.
two in the
They
wrong
used the
way.
two in the wrong
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, yo,
T-O-O?
they will put T-O.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be T.
I hate that. I was like, yo, I'd have preferred
So,
you to just put the letter.
For
the
those
number
of
two.
you who don't know, T-O-O means also or in excess to, like too much.
Right.
Or MasterMind went too
far.
But let me just throw that out there.
Yes.
Okay, because we're gonna talk about sexting at some point in this whole journey through Salacious life. You're gonna learn how to do this properly, because women, please.
I'm horrible.
I think sexting is important. You gotta learn how to sex.
I'm horrible. I can't
Really?
dirty talk.
You know what? I
Really?
might do a master class on sexting. I'm gonna do
I
a
think
master class
sexting
on
is like
sexting.
sexting is it might be easier than you think. Like it's really just
I'm a rapper,
it's not
so
really
it's
no
probably-
right. You're not a rapper. Yeah, I mean you're a rapper, so it shouldn't be hard. Like it's like you just be honest. You know what I mean?
But
just
then
like
sometimes it's just like, I'd rather tell you. I don't
oh
wanna
yeah, I
text it.
feel you. See,
Come here.
See, you got
So
you
Matthew,
old heading now. Now you old
Matthew
head.
said if I gotta read it twice, I just missed everything because I'm not reading it twice. Shanika asked us, y'all know we live in a city that can't read, right?
Yeah, no, I do. That's why we're talking about it.
Right.
Who that, Shanita?
Shanika said that.
Shanika, you right, shorty.
Baltimore is a city that used to read.
All right.
I don't know
Let's
when
take
that
this
was,
break.
but
We
it
gotta
was
come
that.
back.
It was
Let's
that
take this break.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
Now here's one little speech I'm going to give you before I get into the next article. Here's what I want to tell you. Still, fear is big business. Fear is big business. I'm not telling you not to be alarmed by what you're seeing. I'm not telling you not to be concerned. What I'm saying is not to buy into the notion that we should be afraid. You should be informed. You should be aware. You should start educating yourself about some things. I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answer. I wish I could say that if you did X, Y, and Z, you might not get shot by the police. I wish I could tell you that, but I can't. But what I can say is just start making yourself aware of what's going on, but don't be so consumed by what you're seeing that you become afraid, that you don't want to go out. Or you become numb. That's a good point, Nate. Nate said, or you become numb to it, like you just don't care. So we need you to just continue to be in touch with what's going on, but educate your family, talk to your sons, talk to your daughters, because it's not just limited to men. We know from Sandra Bland, she was a young woman who was killed. And we don't want to say, we don't know all the details behind what happened. No, the fact is that person's life still matters. They still have rights. They should not just be killed dead before they even get a trial. Okay, that's the point. They deserve a trial at least, but they can't even make it to the jail cell to get a trial to be tried. They're being killed even before arrest. Terrible. So that's my soapbox.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody.
We are definitely back. We were talking about sexting when we left off, but moreover, we were talking about music.
Yeah.
And how it affects social interactions and sex. Like, I think it affects sex because everything is about fucking now. I mean, pounding ass.
Even R&B songs.
Even R&B songs is about like beating them.
But they was about fucking when we was growing up
but
too.
They were about having sex, making love.
No,
like, there is
no.
a difference. Like,
hold on.
But they had
hold on. Baby, when we're grinding, I get so excited. Ooh, you know I like it. Try, but I can't find it. Oh, dancing real close. It's real close. You're making it hard for me. Like that's.
They weren't talking about fucking. He was talking about dancing. They were on
but they were talking about dancing
hard.
like they're fucking. Like he said, all the songs on you requested you dancing like you necked it. It was almost like we're sexing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, boo, I like it. No, I can't deny it. But I know you get. Yeah, boo, I like it. No, I can't deny it. But I know you can tell I'm excited. Oh yeah. And like we were talking about it. They were talking about what we was growing up to.
Yeah,
It's just.
But it wasn't so hard.
Yeah, but when we were,
but
to the generation before us, it was harsh. It was blatant.
True that. Yeah.
My neck, my back,
freak in the morning.
Oh my God, Adina Howard.
So, but wait.
I used to.
Think about the song.
Never mind.
Think about the song. Think about the beat to the song. Think about fucking to that song.
Yeah.
I need a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening. It was always like emotion. It wasn't like pounding versus today's music. The beats are so hard. You get in there and you're gonna rupture something.
But I mean, no. But we still had we had Luke. We had Luke and Two Live Crew. We had Luke, Two Live Crew. The whole Miami bass sound. All them songs was freaking. Oh, and then we from Baltimore, yo. We was dirty. We was way dirty.
Music.
Hold up. Let me make a point. Commercial music still has not gotten as nasty as Baltimore club music always was. I learned about what an orgasm was, the word orgasm, from a Baltimore club song. Orgasm, I want to make you come, don't come too fast, I want to make it last. Like, shit was nasty when we was coming up.
So why did, ladies, because I'm in here with a bunch of dudes. Ladies, I got a few on the Facebook. Ladies, please tell me, why did we pay money to go in a club, to shake our ass, to make a nigga hard, that we not fucking that night? Like, somebody tell me why we did that.
It was fun.
It was fun for who?
Them.
It's a tease. It's like,
so
I don't know.
So we tease you and walk away?
Yeah, y'all think that shit funny.
Free drinks, yeah.
Free drinks.
You're right, free drinks.
Somebody,
but see, you can't just drink
ego booster,
ego
booster too. Let you know you got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ego booster.
Yeah, ego booster. Let you know you got it.
A lot of women need, what's the word I'm looking for? Affirmation.
Affirmation, yeah. I almost said confirmation, but yeah, affirmation. Yeah, they need that.
They need
affirmation. I mean, we need it too, you know what I'm saying?
I think men definitely
we definitely need it. Like,
especially black men.
Oh, yeah.
Like, y'all definitely need affirmation. Sure. Like, we got to remind y'all that y'all are awesome and great and strong and beautiful.
Yeah,
and all
like, it feels good to be told
y'all definitely
that
need to hear that. Y'all need to hear it more often.
Yeah.
Ladies, affirm your African-American counterparts.
True. True, but I think, like, back to, like, the music, I think, you know, it's just a reflection of, like, where we are. Like I said, there's a lot of options out there for everybody, for the kind of lifestyle that you want to live. And so the same way there's
like, can we have when you fuck like that, niggas gonna come, right? Mm-hmm. There it is. Then he done. Unless you got one of the niggas that can kind of flip it back in, but even still, you got like a 20-minute break. I want the kind of sex where it lasts. Yeah. And the kind of music that you could have sex and it lasts.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you'd be having sex for an hour. Mm-hmm. You know, you might stop and kiss and flip and she might suck or he might suck or whatever. But the music went with it.
Yeah.
Versus, it seems like so much of today's music is about get it in, get it done, and I'm bouncing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's because, I don't know, I think that's because we live in, like, such a... what's the word I'm looking for?
Oh shit.
What?
On the fetus said, who said he wasn't fucking? They was fucking in the club. To the club music.
Oh yeah,
No pants. Like your mother said.
I ain't got no panties on the dance floor. Yeah, I ain't got no panties on.
On the dance
Ain't got no panties on. I ain't got no panties on the dance floor. My mother was so mad about that song. It's still funny. I love it. I know if my sisters was watching right now, they'd be dying laughing.
Right.
That's how I run and joke.
It's for real.
Yeah. But I think like you can find that music is out there, but
it's hard.
I mean, you got to remember mainstream music, mainstream media, entertainment, all that stuff is capitalist run. You know what I'm saying? So what sells is what's going to be, what we hear. But there are like on YouTube, there's like sex mixes. Yeah. Have you done this yet?
Well, I have my own.
It's awesome.
DTS list.
Oh, you made
Deep
your own
Throat
list?
Saturday.
Oh, nice. Ooh, Deep Throat Saturday. Let's go. Let's go, Dr.
Bitch.
I
got my own Deep Throat Saturday list. It has about 15 hours worth of music.
Really?
But I've been
I
compilating
gotta go play that list.
Years.
Oh, I gotta play that list then.
I've been compilating this list for years.
Deep Throat Saturday.
Deep
Is
Throat
it
Saturday.
available online or this is just your list?
It's mine, but I would share.
Okay, yeah, let me get that list.
But like, it's definitely real because I get frustrated.
Is
I
there
can't
like
just throw on a love tune.
Do you have like a DJ voice coming in every now and then, like Deep Throat Saturday?
No, but I can probably get somebody to mix it for me.
Let me do it. Let me be your mascot. Just like every couple minutes, I'm just coming in like Deep Throat Saturday. Oh yeah.
What did he say? He hollered 15 hours. That's a syndrome.
Yeah, that's what they warn you about on the box of the Viagra, the dick pills and stuff. It's like if you have an erection for longer than I think it's like 6 hours.
6 hours. Call a physician.
If I ever had an erection for longer than 6 hours, I'm not calling a physician. I'm calling some friends over. It's going to take more than one of y'all to handle this. We need all hands on deck.
All hands on deck.
It's been 3 hours now. I think I got 3 more hours left.
Matt said you can't do my Deep Throat Saturday because a man's voice would ruin it all.
Okay, so you got to get a woman.
I got to get a woman.
Deep Throat Saturday. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You gotta
you
do
know
that.
you with it.
Yeah, we're going to do the voice altering. You won't even know. It's just, that's what you can do now with studio magic.
Right. Studios are amazing. I've seen some amazing things happen in the studio. Hang with all you guys. I learned things. I'm like,
yeah, it's wild. We could do it. We could make it.
I think every woman should have a compilation. So, ladies, we're getting ready to go on a break shortly. But before we go, start going through your mind. Think about them songs that make your mouth water and start collecting them. You're probably going to need 6 to 7 songs to start because that would get you in the 35, 40-minute mark.
And fellas, get a female friend to help you compile your list.
Absolutely.
Get your baby.
Something that's going to make the pussy wet. We're going on break. We'll be right back.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
I don't like stuff in my mouth. It's after what you was talking about.
It's in this commercial closing.
No, seriously, I don't. I'm a germaphobe. Everything on your body is dirty.
Everything.
So I'm damn sure I ain't gonna put it in my mouth. That's probably why I'm single. Thank you.
Is there a lies button?
Somebody slapped me on my face with one before. I had to get up and go wash my face. That was done. I said, how dare you? You filthy ass animal. Get the hell out of my house. It was a problem. Because it's like, clearly, you don't remember when I met you, I checked your teeth to make sure you had them all? Because that's a problem for me, too, your dental hygiene. Because if you're missing a tooth in the front, that means you don't brush your teeth at all. I'm sorry. And I know Jabro just had that tooth missing and all, but if I would have met him on the road and, he would have been trying to, out him and, what's going on? At least you could have did was break a Tic Tac in half and put it up there when you met me. You just can't be coming to me with no sharp teeth. It's not okay.
Check out the Talk Lately show every Tuesday nights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show.
I'm just thankful this year I've dealt with, some growing pains, and I've overcome some things, and I've also, accomplished some things in the process. I've learned some things. I've learned I learned that everybody loves your work until they got to pay for it. That's what That's what I learned. I learned everybody loves what you do.
The pay?
I mean,
not always.
Listen, the Bible says money answereth all things.
Well,
okay, and there is a place. There is a place where finances is necessary. And when you got kids and when you got a wife and then you doing everything and you top dog at what you do, especially when you weren't in the same place like with this radio show, you ain't in the same place you were a year ago. Should nobody be coming on the show and not donating to your show?
Can you say that on my show?
Should nobody be coming to your show?
Can you say that in the middle of the live?
Make that a promo, please.
Should nobody come on this show without donating?
That is a nice commercial.
I don't care if it's $20.
Donate.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hi, we're back. This is Salacious Life with Dr. Wren. I got my boy Easy right here.
Yeah.
And we are talking about, we were talking about playlists.
Yeah.
Because, look, we got to do something. We can't lose. The art of sex is being lost. And we used, women, let me tell you guys, we would get together with our homegirls and we would plan how we were going to turn this guy on, how we were going to fuck this shit out. We would we be going buying outfits, buying food. We would sit there and plan it together. We would have conversations, serious outings based on what we were going to do.
I think the young people call that doing too much today.
Right, but that's not doing too much. It's not. And it's fun. It's a way to bond with your girls and come.
Yep.
How is that not okay?
I agree. I would say, I would suggest on the playlist thing strongly that men do it too, because there's some things when a woman comes over your house that should be, you know what I mean? It's it should be clean.
It should be clean.
It should totally be clean. I hate that I heard, my wife was telling me the other day about one of her homegirls talking about a guy she was dealing with, and he was asking her to come over, and she said, "No, your room is dirty," and he cleaned it up and took pictures and texted and was "It's clean now. You want to come over now?" And so I was like, why didn't he know that she never should have seen his bedroom dirty in the first place? That's crazy. I mean, even if you don't have much, it
doesn't have to be spotless.
No, but just
neat.
have it together.
Have it together.
So clean. Having some options of food and refreshment.
Please don't just have what you drink.
Definitely your bathroom. I learned this.
And make sure you have good toilet paper. Do not go get the dollar store toilet paper. Women do not like using.
Don't have that. But yeah, I didn't realize until I got older that until I was an adult and living on my own, that my mother had kind of made me anal about the bathroom.
Bathroom is a place you should be anal about.
Yeah, so I've always kept my bathroom clean, but I recently one of my female friends was telling me that the thing that bothered her about this guy was that he never cleaned his bathroom. And one day she was staying over and she just cleaned his bathroom for him. And I'm like, that is fucking embarrassing. I would be embarrassed. So clean house, especially clean bathroom and bedroom, food options, drink options.
I think you should have some like a bath cloth and a towel
all
available,
that,
a clean
all that
bath cloth and
cleaning
towel
stuff,
for her.
cleaning stuff. Unisex body wash.
Yeah, that's what I was getting
Unisex body
ready to get
wash. Cause she don't have to smell like Old Spice when she got out of the shower. That's not sexy. And I think also an important thing is the temperature in your house. Like if you don't have air conditioning, like don't have a girl over your house in July and August. But you know that. But then also the music. Like music is important. It's the soundtrack of our life. So we need to have more sexy music. Dr. Wren just challenged me to make a sexy song. I never made a sexy song, so I'm gonna do that. We need to make more sexy music.
Challenge.
Let's go.
Challenge. Matt says a good woman will clean your kitchen and bathroom even if it's clean already. I disagree.
I don't know if that's a good woman, but I do know that some women will do that anyway. They will do that. But he's right. Like, it should be clean anyway. But yeah, some women
if you
will do
live
that.
together, like
if you live together, that's the one
she
thing.
will clean the bathroom and the kitchen because those are places that are important to most.
Yeah, but
women.
nigga, you need to know how to clean the fucking bathroom
some
too.
man's house and cleaning up his piss from all over the damn place.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
Like, I don't even like the fact that my son pees on the toilet. I'm not cleaning up a grown man's piss.
I was raised in a family of there's 6 boys, and yeah, every one of us keep a clean bathroom because my mother was a Nazi about that shit. She was a Nazi about all the stuff that I had to look forward to as a man. Like, she taught me how to cook because, in her words, don't no woman want to be slaving on the stove for you every fucking night. And
I'll
you know what I'm
give you
saying?
6 out of 7.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I'll
like,
give you 6 out of
she was
7.
like, but you're going to have to know how to make your own meals. Also, you're not going to marry somebody as soon as you leave my house. So how you going to feed yourself? Because I'm not coming over there cooking you dinner. So at 12, this is what, you know what I mean? I don't know that a lot of mothers are doing that, but I would advise it. I think it's a good idea. I think my mother and I talked a lot about sex too, which I don't think a lot of parents do ever have really. But I think that parents out there, if you got kids that are getting titties and asses and your son is, you know, growing up and getting chest and you see them getting in this like sexual stage, which is middle school, I think. Like, you gotta talk to them about sex, you know. I talked to my mother about, you know, my dick size, my pubic hairs. Like, after my first, we talked about it. You know what I mean? But I've always been curious about women. You know what I mean?
I had those
like,
same conversations with my dad.
Yeah, I love learning about women.
It's great that you were able to have that relationship with the opposite sex parent.
Yeah.
Like, I always thought that I was very fortunate to have the relationships that I had with my brothers and my father because I learned a lot about guys and things. Like, I used to sit there and make a rule, like, if you can't treat me better than my dad, then I don't need to be with you.
Oh,
you know, and it was like real concrete.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
That's how I want my daughters to be.
I mean, it's
I
what
want
it
them
is.
to be
You know, like, I mean, your father is the first man you fall in love with, usually, if you're a girl, you know, and he sets the standard for every man that you will deal with for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You know, my father set that bar high as shit.
Yeah.
And 2 husbands later, I'm still not satisfied.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think we gotta talk to our kids about, you know, I know a lot of.
My son will talk to me.
Yeah, most of my friends that have had your son. How old is your son?
He's 9.
He's not okay. Yeah, give it some time. He'll talk. He's not thinking sex right now.
No, he got a girlfriend, but he's not thinking sex.
Yeah,
he's thinking holding her door for her.
Yeah.
He buys her little things from the store. He carries her books at school and stuff like that.
Yeah,
he's still on that pull her chair out type thing.
Yeah, but
he's courting. Why can't other people court? He's courting.
Well, look who his mom is. Like, jeez. That man is going to be the perfect man for any woman coming. He better. Shit, that would be a tragedy. It's not Ray Lewis' son.
No.
This nigga. Ray Lewis got on national TV and told all of Baltimore, go get our kids. Kids, get your kids. Parents, get your parents. Meanwhile, his son out there raping motherfuckers.
Right.
Shut up, Ray Lewis. If anybody out there know Ray Lewis,
tell him, Ray Lewis.
Yeah, anybody talk to Ray Lewis, tell him Easy Jackson says, shut the fuck up.
And Dr. Wren. Go ahead. I'll take that heat. Tell him I said have several seats. But you're right. But we have to teach our children how to treat others and how they should be treated.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want some woman taking advantage of my son. Just like I wouldn't want him taking advantage of somebody's daughter.
Right.
Because I'm somebody's daughter.
Right.
I'm a woman. You know, I think about how I want to be treated. So these are the things I tell my son. Yeah. How you treat a woman, right? Yeah. But also in that regard, I know how I treat men. Yeah. You know, like to me, a man is like a diamond ring. You really, really, really want one. You take care of one if you got one. You don't really need it, so you got to be careful there. You know, like so, bud. Treat her nice. Be expected to be treated nice. Mm-hmm. But the relationship doesn't have to happen, so you have to feed it. Because it won't happen otherwise.
Exactly.
Like, you really, really, really want it. So you have to feed it.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to happen on its own. Like, you have to put in some work. Don't sit back and think they just going to come to you. Yeah, he might be Mr. Popular right now. Mm-hmm. You know, but he might not always be Mr. Popular. See, you know, he's the artist and the tennis player. You know, so, ooh, but he's doing something different. You know, but he might just be the regular old dude at some point. He's got to make himself stand up.
Yeah, for sure. I think we got to accept individualism, too, and, like, really be realistic. Not just in, like, talking about kids, but just in, like, ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, we're all different. You know what I mean? And the people we interact with are different.
What's the word I'm looking for? Our balance, our counterpart.
Right.
Because each of us is very, very different. Like, you know, I'm still that woman without a word. You know, I'm looking for that balance in my life. Not necessarily looking, but I'm waiting patiently for it to come this way. I'm open to it. Let's say that. You know, I'm enjoying single life, but if it comes, great.
Yeah.
You know, I'm ready for it if it shows up. You know,
but you're not looking for like you have standards.
Absolutely.
And then you have you got standards, but then you have I don't know. I feel like sometimes
values, you know,
and no, that's all great. Like you should have those things, but I think some people, I won't say just women, have like this unrealistic idea of who their partner should be, and most of the time it comes from that person really not knowing who they are themselves. You know
have to love yourself first.
Yeah,
you have to
and
love yourself first.
You gotta appreciate and know who you are.
Because you know how they say, "What are you bringing to the table?" Mm-hmm. The first thing you're bringing to the table is yourself, and if you don't love yourself, you're really not bringing anything to the table.
I hate when I'm talking to guys and they do the rating. You know what I'm saying? Well,
what do you mean the rating?
Like she's a 10 or she's a 7 or she's a 5.
But isn't that just
as I got older, I realized that like, you know, there was a woman that I dated way back then, who was actually a dime, but because my friends and stuff had rated her physically as a 5 or a 6.
You missed that opportunity.
I messed up that opportunity. You know what I mean? I messed that whole shit up.
Oh, wait. We have a caller.
Oh, we got a caller.
Who's on the line?
It's Shanika. Y'all two don't need to be having sex conversations right now because y'all funny as hell.
We what?
It's hump day discourse.
She said we what as hell?
Y'all funny. Real funny. I ain't stopped laughing since I started watching this. But y'all do know that y'all live in the wrong goddamn city to be having this conversation, right?
Wow.
I disagree. We both spent
No.
We're from here.
No. Dr. Wren, there's no disagreeing on this. First of all, I've been here long enough. I ain't never met a Baltimore man that courts, first of all. That knows how to court properly at all.
Come on.
I don't give a fuck how much money they make, how many games, how their mama raised them. I ain't met one yet.
Well, you ain't been through all of them, have you?
Hell no, and I don't want to.
All right. So there's still hope.
I don't know. I don't got no more hope in y'all. Sorry.
Oh my God, you gave up on all of us. There's still some of us that like the court.
Well, their life support running out.
The life support is running out. See, guys, you hear this? We're losing.
And the other
hope.
thing, far as going to a nigga house and cleaning, let me break this down to you.
Oh yeah, man, you got that all fucked up.
Let me break this down real quick. I'm not coming to your fucking house to clean. Let me make this clear. Your shit needs to be clean. Your kitchen needs to be clean. Your living room needs to be clean. I don't need to be walking over blunt paper, rolls, other shit. No food in your refrigerator. Dishes piled up in the motherfucking sink. And your bathroom smell like who did it and what. So if you thought you was getting ass that night, I'm not cleaning your house and then you think you're getting some ass. No,
Right.
I'm going to
If I
fuck
clean
home and
your
find
house,
the
I'm
next
leaving.
nigga to fuck me the right way with a clean house.
Yeah.
Deep Throat Saturday will come to a screeching halt.
I mean, yo, I've definitely had a problem at women's houses before that were not clean. Like
that goes for the women
sleep,
too.
like I couldn't
Niggas
sleep
don't want to
there.
come in your house and see bloody pads on the
Yeah,
floor,
I
dirty
couldn't
clothes
sleep.
piled up in the corner. Your kids got dirty diapers. Don't nobody want to see that shit.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep there. Like it was.
You had
know,
nightmares.
I couldn't go to sleep in the first
No,
place.
you had nightmares.
Too much going on.
There's too much going
home.
on. I can't get comfortable because
Why the
I'm
fuck would
looking
you stay?
around. I'm itching.
No, but this is my thing, Easy. Why would you stay? I would have been itching when I walked in the door.
I know. Sometimes
ass.
alcohol is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
It will make you, you know.
Alcohol ain't that oblivious to let you know that there may be some roaches or something else crawling under somewhere
Sometimes
else.
you'd be surprised at the guards you let down under the influence of alcohol. But so I'll just blame it on that. But
You gonna blame it on the alcohol?
yeah, I mean I'm sober now, so
Yeah.
I hope so.
I wouldn't.
You
nah.
definitely blame it on alcohol then.
Yeah, but I definitely wouldn't stay in there now.
I'm sorry. I drink. I'm not an alcoholic, but I do drink. I don't give a fuck. First of all, your house is the first impression that you make with someone. So if I walk in your shit and your shit dirty, but you came out the house squeaky, motherfucking clean, fresh to death, bitch, I'm going to be wondering how many times you bought an outfit this week.
Oh!
Hey, yo!
So, I'm sorry. I'm going home.
I love it. Yes. Yo,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm with it.
Yes. I never
I'm going
understood
home.
how people live.
You know
in
what I want
filth.
you to? And this is really funny. Like, and I mean, I'll do it for my homeboys, but if I'm going out on a date with you, if you don't come to my door, I don't go.
Really?
Like, if you picking me up,
I
and you
can't
don't
hear
come-
y'all.
I said I won't go. If you come to my door, if you don't come to my door and like ring my door, like don't call me and say I'm outside.
Oh yeah.
Like come ring my doorbell.
Well, I mean, I still like to do stuff like that and hold the door, open the door, stuff like that. Like I still do that. Yeah.
I have another call.
Uh-oh. Thanks, Shanika.
Hey, who's this?
I'm taking pictures of your house and warn every other bitch in the vicinity. Do not go to this property. You might die.
Did she call back? I have another call. Yeah, I have another call. Hold on, Shanika, or hey,
Bye.
something. Bye.
All right.
Oh well.
Who was that?
Who was that? Call back.
I want to talk to you.
410-702-5657. Call back.
Yeah, man, you can't get sexy in no dirty house, yo. That's crazy. I don't know how people do it. That's trifling.
Also, I get scared that there's STDs running around the room.
How does an STD run around a room?
I don't know. It's just it
was Matt. Matt, call back. 410-702-5657. Matt, call back, because, you got some explaining to do.
I'm a Virgo. I just don't do... I can't do dirty. Like, it's just... My mind goes...
Because you're a Virgo?
I don't know. I think it's a Virgo thing.
Wait, Matt, you on the line?
Hello?
Matthew?
Yes.
All right.
What's up, man?
How you doing, sir?
Pretty good. Yourself?
I'm doing all right.
Good.
I'm glad to see you're feeling better.
Yeah, I'm feeling much better.
That's Matthew Lure.
Oh, what's up, Matthew Lure?
Yeah.
That's
Just
my man.
Throw that out there. Yeah.
So I wasn't talking about... I wasn't talking about scrub your house. I'm talking about washing the dishes after dinner.
Oh.
Okay. And if she does spend the night, she's going to clean up after herself in the bathroom, even though your bathroom's clean already.
Okay.
So,
I see what you're saying, yeah. Oh, yeah, women, a lot of women are tidy. They clean up behind. That's great.
I'll clean up
That's
behind,
fine.
you guys are breaking up bad.
Oh, can you hear it now?
Yes.
Okay, we gotta get close to the mic on them. Yeah, no, I can dig that. Like women, a lot of women are tidy, and that's awesome. Cause I really don't want to come in the bathroom and see, your mess.
I clean my at least my sink and toilet every single day, and I rinse out my shower after I use it.
No, so if she spends the night at my house and she doesn't clean up after herself in the bathroom, I'm like thinking something wrong.
Yeah. This is definitely something wrong.
Hey, Matt, are you watching the show? You're having some, feedback. Turn your volume down or turn off the show while you're
I'm not on the show. I'm not on it anymore. I had to hang it.
Sounded funny.
I had to turn that off to even call you, so.
Oh, okay. Well, it's still nice to hear your voice. I haven't seen you since open mic down at I was getting ready to say Eat, Pray, Love. Peace and a Cup of Joe.
Right.
Yeah. So. So Easy Your Boy got the open mic down at the Wing Spot, right? At the store down, the restaurant down from where your store was.
Oh, no, I do Be More Beat Club. We usually down on Saratoga Street, but the next couple months we're gonna be at the Wind Up Space. So Be More Beat Club.
Okay.
Every second Thursday. I think we're doing it on Thursday in August, but yeah, it's gonna be at the Wind Up Space.
All right, that's what's up.
Okay.
Well, thanks for calling,
men do court in Baltimore. Unfortunately, I'm not from Baltimore, so I learned how to do it from where I came from in Michigan. But usually men get shot down if they try to treat women nice here.
Then she wasn't the woman for you.
Yep. But a lot of that does happen in Baltimore. Like
you get the shit shot down.
Yeah, we get called a clown, and you know what I mean. It's not.
Like what woman would to your face?
Maybe not those words, but the indication. You know what I mean? Like the energy is like, nigga, no.
Well,
you know
I'll say nigga no, but mostly because I'm usually dealing with somebody. Typically speaking, I'm usually I'm single now, but I'm usually dating or dealing with somebody.
This is breaking up real bad. So, I can barely understand.
I think one of the things on both sides is Baltimore is a place where, we just raised hard, so everybody's hard.
Everybody's hard. Girls hard, boys hard, everybody's hard. All right, Matt, well, we got to start wrapping up the show, so thanks for calling in, and we'll see you at open mic. Easy. What are we going to do with these people?
I don't know, man. We just got to, learn them, I guess.
I'm not ready. I need a manual. I need an online tutorial on how to understand where society is shifting. Help me understand why, hey, shorty, you sexy as shit. You know what I'm saying? it's supposed to turn me on. Like,
It's not. It's catcalling, and that's not cool anymore. So, I mean, even like, you know,
but even if I get it in a text.
Oh yeah, no, that's
because I get it in text form. Yeah, like I'll get random messages, you know, DMs. Hey, shorty, you sexy as shit. I'm saying though, when can we kick it? When can I go out with you? Like, nigga, who the fuck are you?
I mean, you got a lot of brothers out here too. You got a lot of brothers out here too. That's where I was getting at earlier, where like I talked to my mother about sex and women and stuff like that. And I think you got a lot of brothers out here who've never had that conversation with their mother. I mean, it's almost like I even probably bringing this up right now. It's probably somebody listening like ill. Like I would never talk to my mother about that. But in reality,
y'all need to talk to your parents.
I think
y'all fucking up.
Yeah, I think it helps, man, in understanding the opposite sex. Just talking to a lot of brothers, like you see that they don't understand the opposite sex. You know what I mean? Like I told you, I got 5 brothers, so there's 6 of us. So there was a point where one of my older brothers reached out to me as he was starting to develop a relationship with our sisters, and he was like, I don't know how to deal with women on that level. Like, he was honest with me about that. He was like, you're closer in age to them, so you've been around them more, you know more about them and stuff like that. But, like, I've never been close to a sister. You know, I've never been close to a woman like that. Women have always, for him, women were always a thing to pursue or not. You know what I mean? She's either I'm trying to get with her or I'm not trying to get with her. And that was it for him, other than our grandmother, you know, and our own mother. So I think there are a lot of men who just don't know how to approach y'all, how to deal with y'all. And I think one thing would help is, even if you're not interested in the guy, like telling them.
I'm usually very polite about it.
Tell them about their approach.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Like, I appreciate what you said. I don't really appreciate how you said it. You know.
I think that's helped me before, definitely. Like, when a woman was like, first of all, what you need to do is, you know what I mean? Or, you know, I remember walking up to a girl and asking her name. And she was like, well, first of all, what's your name? Why am I giving a stranger my name? And I was like, and you know, I learned right there, oh, okay, it's better if I introduce myself. How you doing? My name is Easy. Right. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain things that a lot of guys just don't know. Right. You know what I mean? Like, we live in a culture that accepts.
And I think, that's it. Just what you just said. We live in a culture that accepts it. So because some women accept it, or some men accept it, and some women and men aren't with it, we have this conflict.
Yep.
Let's end it on that note.
I love it.
I love this. I love you.
Thanks for having me.
So much for being here. Shout out to Sully and MasterMind who did their quick cameos. Easy rock hard with me all night. Yeah. You know, but you got your ride or dies.
Yeah. Yeah, so, definitely. I'm gonna be watching the show more too.
That's what's up. Yeah, all right, dope. Everybody. Well, let me say good night. Don't forget, love life, be brave, and live unapologetically. Yeah. Good night, y'all.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop K. Check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual.